Okay, I'm recording.
Alright.
So I've never played this game before. I would be playing as Ambrose, my D&D character. Well, the Coalition watches on.
Using humorous as library, which is me. Because I understand not wanting to pay like $20 for this show.
Hey. So this isn't Buff Suki Woman.
No, this is Sayuri.
Is that the only question Joe's gonna be asking? Or sorry, Ambrose is gonna be asking?
Alright, I'm playing as Ambrose.
Just censor out every time I accidentally say your name.
Are you planning to upload this to like your channel or the Coalition channel?
Nah, to the Coalition channel.
Alright, cool.
Censor every time I say Joe.
No.
Replace it with a Google Translate version of just me saying Ambrose.
Oh, maybe, but only because I decided to stop and wait for you.
Don't be off every minute of your dialogue and.
That's probably my favorite Sayuri's probably.
That's mean, Ambrose.
I know. I have a screenshot of that saying fiddlesticks instead.
Well, if some people stare at you like acting weird, then I don't want them to think we're a couple or something. We cross the street together and make our way to school.
That's not accurate to what Ambrose is doing.
A club? I told you already, I'm not interested in joining any clubs. I haven't been looking either. Did I? I'm sure it's possible that I did. In one of our many conversations where I dismissively go along with whatever she's going on about.
That's actually such an Ambrose move.
Sayori likes to worry a little too much about me, when I'm perfectly content just getting by on the average. Was spending my free time on games and anime.
Ambrose likes to spend his time on video games and anime. I was waiting for him to read that line. Yeah, Ambrose wants to join the anime club.
Uh-huh. I've seen this a few times. What does neat mean?
Yeah, I forgot the Sayori actually says neat. Okay, so neat is like a young person who doesn't engage in like education, employment, or training.
Oh.
Which is like that's
loser.
An acronym. Basically,
You're
like
becoming a loser the next few years. Alright. I'll look at a few clubs if it makes you happy. No promises, though. Yeah, I guess I promise you that. Why do I let myself get lectured by such a carefree girl?
I'm actually interested to see who you like go for. That's so
I go for someone?
This-
Spoilers.
This is a visual novel show.
That's a stereotype.
More than that, I'm surprised I even let myself relent to her. I guess seeing her worry so much about me makes me want to ease her mind at least a little bit, even if she does exaggerate everything inside her head. The school day is as ordinary as ever, and it's over before I know it. After I pack up my things, I stare blankly at the wall, looking for an ounce of motivation. Clubs. Sayori wants me to check out some clubs. I guess I have no choice but to start with the anime club.
It was like literal clubs, like John Rambo's bag of clubs. Sayori wants me to check out some clubs.
Sayori? Sayori must have come into the classroom while I was out. Oh, I'll be right back.
Again, I don't think it was in... Oh, hey, Hoagie. Welcome to the recording, Hoagie.
Dude, Christmas. Oh my god.
But yeah, like, it's funny. I'm gonna, like, mention it because it's going on YouTube. Just the prospect of Ambrose playing Doki Doki. Because, Joe, like, Ambrose is using, like, my Steam account to play it. Because he was interested in it. So that implies that Humorous went out and bought Doki Doki Literature Club Plus. Now, Ambrose, I'm a big fan of this Monica woman.
Check your DMs real quick. I was messing around with some things, and oh my god, look at this.
That's a pretty high wisdom stat, not gonna lie. 22
Okay, I'm back.
passive. Hey, we were just talking about how funny it is that Ambrose is acting so nonchalant in a school setting.
Ambrose is like Fedora. Like, man.
Neckbeard man.
Yeah.
I could picture Anthony.
Milady.
And
He can't anymore,
Okay,
but
actually,
I picture him as
I
a
think-
neckbeard.
I think Ambrose has even said Milady before.
well,
He definitely
That's
has.
not-
Yeah,
he only
but
refers
it's
to
also
Galera
like
as
medieval
Milady.
times. It's not as significant as saying it like in the modern time, I don't think. Alright. Sayori must
Ambrose
have come
based.
into the classroom while I was spacing out. I look around and realize that I'm the only one left in the classroom. You don't need to wait up for me if it's going to make you late for your own club. Know what? Sayori. There's no way I'm going to join your club. Sayori is vice president of the literature club. Yeah, I'm going to the anime club.
That's going in quotes.
Why do you care so much anyway? I kind of told the club yesterday I would bring in a new member. Oh wait, no,
Well,
that's
Sayori.
Uh-oh.
Sayori
That's
sounds
Sayori.
like Ambrose.
Uh-oh.
Should one of us voice Sayori?
Natsuki. I've just heard the name. I don't know what it means, but it's very funny. Just
What,
for no
Natsuki?
reason. Yeah, the name.
I honestly, I think in polls she ranks the lowest. Like, not a lot of people like her, which is kind of sad. She's really nice. I'm sure the only thing that you know is...
keep.
I'm gonna find a picture of Buff Suki for you. just so you can just see it. Literally looks like Jonathan Joestar from part 1 of JoJo. I'm not wrong!
Fine.
Put it in
I'll stop by
and
for
everything.
a cupcake, okay? And thus today marks the day I sold my soul for a cupcake.
Wow, Dimensional Deal's really cranking up on their sales.
Ambrose would sell his soul for a cupcake.
And he's
As long as it was a
for
good cupcake.
For a card.
I told you, don't call me a new member. Girl
Girl
1.
one. Girl 1.
She has no arms. What?
She has them behind her back.
Oh, okay.
That would be very awkward if Yuri had
Literature
no
club
arms.
with no arms.
Literature club with no arms. How do you write?
Yo, literature
Write with your
no
teeth.
Arm.
Put a pen in your mouth.
That took like some finesse.
I bet if you don't have any arms, you get pretty good at it.
You know, I hear
Or you
that
just
people
don't
that
write.
don't. I hear that people that are missing their arms have gotten really good at using their feet for it.
Yeah.
I know there's a woman who had no arms that learned to drive with her feet, which is confusing to me because how does she push the pedals?
Her head.
My
Caden.
my driving instructor told me about this woman who had no legs.
Mhm.
So she had a lever, and she could push it down for gas and then pull it backwards, the same lever for brake. So maybe she could do something with her legs for forward and back. Not sure
I
how
guess
she would
so.
shift.
That's a good question. I never thought of that.
Why
Anyways,
does it have
back
6 pedals in 2
Back.
directions?
Back to Literature Club. Sorry,
Right.
Yuri, you have arms. Hey, Natsuki.
Rude. I forget what she said already.
You can go to the bottom left. It says history, and you can look at all that right
Oh.
there. And then return at the bottom takes you back.
Oh. Okay. She's kind of polite. Very nice.
Who, Natsuki or Yuri? Pink or purple hair?
Purple.
Yeah.
Ah, Ambrose. What a nice surprise.
Gives monotone voice to Monica.
That's the wrong person.
Dot.
Ambrose stares at the 3 women. Ellipses.
All
Why are you
words
trying
escape
to
me
do an
in
Ambrose
this
voice?
situation. This club is full of incredibly cute girls.
That sounds so creepy from Ambrose.
What do you mean? It's so, blessed?
Sorry. Dot.
Dude.
Ambrose is blue-pilled.
The girl with the sour attitude, whose name is apparently Natsuki, is one I don't recognize. Her small figure makes her look like a first-year student. She's also the one who made cupcakes, according to Sayori.
The simp has fallen in love
Sayori
with
says that
Natsuki.
quietly into my ear, then turns back around. Wait, turns back towards the other girls.
Can you make Monica sound like Derek?
So, is she the first lady I met?
Who?
Left. You can't see my mouse, I don't think.
The girl with blue eyes?
Yeah.
Yeah, that's like your childhood friend. Sayori's been like your friend since childhood.
Sayori,
He makes
Natsuki,
Sayori sound like Derek.
And Yuri.
Yuri.
Which is weird because, you can see in that, like, text bubble there how Sayori is, like, spelled with letters, like it's O-R-I. But apparently you're supposed to pronounce it like Yuri with a U-R-I, so it's Sayuri and then Yuri. Like, for years I've said Sayori because of the O, but apparently it's Yuri.
I'll say how I damn want. That is the Ambrose way. Oh, well, it's nice to meet both of you. Green Eyes Monica. Whoa. Look at that posture. How is she standing up? She's doing the lean. Like the Michael Jackson lean.
Monica's Michael Jackson. No, I feel like Ambrose could have a shot with Monica.
Ambrose can
Oh my god, no.
be with anyone he wants.
Yeah, that's
Ambrose
like my
is
point.
like Sigma male.
Oh, yo,
Like, that's
a
my
match made
point.
in hell, dude.
No, what I'm saying is that the text bubble said that Monica is everything that you want or whatever, like smart, beautiful, and athletic. Basically out of my league. I'm like, I don't know. I feel like Ambrose with his like nature would be in the same league as Monica. You know what I mean? Like their
That is a match
personality.
made in hell.
Ambrose
Oh
is just really
God.
repulsive.
I feel like
You look at Ambrose, you just
People
retch
like will
instantly.
be with him, I think, for like his money. And
I feel like the
title.
charisma. I think it's the swag that Ambrose gives, like the
the
swag.
swag of a
swag.
barren son
And-
teenager.
Because like Ambrose
He's now a
has, like-
skeleton.
Ambrose has that confidence. Like, not a lot of people are confident in themselves, but Ambrose, like, he just, like, struts everywhere. Like, he is, like, the best thing since sliced bread.
I feel like Bug doesn't fix Vince McMahon walk. It's actually Ambrose.
You too, Monica.
Thank you.
The girls have a few desks arranged to form a table.
It's on a table and it's a desk. There's just a bunch of desks.
As Sayori mentioned, it's been widened, so there's one space next to Monica and one space next to Sayori.
By the way,
Natsuki and Yuri walk over to the corner of the room, where Natsuki crams a wrapped tray, and Yuri opens the closet. Okay, I'm done reading.
Hey viewers, hi, I'm Dragos. Solidmar is also here.
But he's deafened.
Here, I'm gonna add the game overlay.
Like that.
I was looking at Buffsuki images for Ambrose, and that's one of the images that I saw
Where did you post it?
in everything. Also, why is it on a why is it on a clock?
back, Casey.
Welcome back to the middle of the recording. We've been talking about a lot of funny stuff.
Can you only do the Zogmar voice, Zogmar?
What?
Joe has been reading all of the dialogue in Ambrose's voice, and it's so funny.
Oh,
You missed getting to hear it. You missed getting him to say, "I was gonna join the anime club" in the Ambrose voice.
I was like very busy doing other stuff when I was playing as like a Zogmar in my last like session. So like his voice really wasn't that great. So like I've been like, yeah, I mean it's okay, but it's not what I had in mind. So I've been like practicing for like a better voice. Like obviously it's not completely different. It just sounds a little better. And I was practicing it this morning, and my cat ran into the room and started like meowing at me. She was really mad. she didn't recognize my voice.
We're going against a PS4 or 5 player. We've won.
Oh, nice.
Get behind them. If we can get within 20 meters of him, we might be able to beat him.
False statement. There is no good angle to eat a cupcake from. It just gets everywhere.
You know what I hate?
What?
There's that trend where people cut the cupcake in like half and then made a like a cupcake burger.
Ew.
Ew, what?
Ew.
Or you just like take the bottom half and you put it back on top, so it's like a sandwich.
Oh wow, that's
You guys-
that's weird. So it's
You
kind of like
guys know why I don't like Oreos anymore, right?
it's like an oatmeal
No.
cream pie then, like Little Debbie's.
Yeah.
Because that's basically what that's doing with the cupcake, which is redundant. I don't know, that's weird.
This is really good.
He's one.
Thank you, Natsuki.
I need to stop aiming down sights with a shotgun. I don't know why I do that.
I know I do it all the time.
Yeah, but for this shotgun it doesn't work.
Which one are you? Oh, sudden death.
Yeah. Do you want us to go into like a different voice channel? Because we're just gonna be like.
Yeah.
Okay.
Goodbye, Zogmar. Goodbye.
Bye, Zygmar.
Drogos.
Bye, Drogos.
Bye. Okay. Yeah, I thought you technically did. Say where you did said. Alright, alright. Keep a whole tea set in this classroom?
Yeah, like, I don't know how you'd get away with that.
I mean, my chemistry teacher, like, in the back of the room, he set up, like, an entire, like electric kettle. And, like, we had, like, 10 or so mugs. And he just had, like, a bunch of tea back there. He's like, oh, yeah, if you're, like, just, you know, like, some tea, you can take some.
Wow, that's interesting, actually. Like, at our school, like, that would never fly.
I mean, he also
That's
used
so
to take
weird.
stuff from down the basement, where he, like, picked the lock.
Oh.
So,
Okay, then.
I don't think he really cared. We never drank out of beakers, though, so that's good.
That's good, yeah. A little bit of mercury.
One time he told me that... No, he told the class that, like, he went down there, he's like, it was a little chilly, so I just turned the boiler up. Like... I guess. I missed what you said. I believe you. Well, tea and reading might not be a pastime for me, but I at least enjoy the tea. I was afraid of this question. Something tells me I shouldn't tell Monica that I was practically dragged here by Sayori. Well, I haven't joined any clubs yet, and Sayori seems really happy here, so... Monica, I'm surprised. How come you decided to start your own club? You could probably be board member for any of the major clubs. Weren't you a leader of the debate club last year?
Joins debate club but hates politics. That's a little. I don't know, Monica. That's a little weird. That's like joining the baseball team, but you don't like running.
Well, they just kind of stand there. That'd be like joining the track team, not like running.
Yeah.
But I'm surprised there aren't more people in the club yet. It must be hard to start a new club. Is this,
See, I agree with that because in school, you know, you're always like forced to read things for assignments. I think that's why I never really got into reading a lot. Like, cause it's not fun when you're forced to read. So when you actually get stuff that you're like actually interested in reading, you're like, oh, cool, but like it doesn't matter because I'll just be given an assignment to read. I think that's why I didn't read a lot. But I did like when my English teacher in high school, who passed away from cancer. Yeah, we miss you, Miss Theo. But she was like, yeah, well, no, we don't have any like reading assignments because that's not like fun because people don't like being forced to read. So you can just pick a book out of this like selection and read it. And that was actually like how I got my like favorite book, which is The Green Mile. The great book and movie. And I don't think I would have ever read it if she hadn't like given us the choice. So like I can understand where Monica's going, like making it like fun without like forcing it down someone's throat.
Yeah.
But you were saying?
I totally forget.
Oh, sorry, I didn't mean to make you lose your train of thought.
I remember. Do I get to make any choices in this game, or is it just collect?
Yes.
Okay.
Yeah, well, there's a lot of choices. Have you never played a visual novel before?
No.
Okay, so yeah, that's basically the trend. Is you just get
like
to pick
choose your own
choices.
adventures?
Yeah, it's kind of like that. Most visual novels are like dating sims.
Oh. Okay.
Which is, you know, which is why I mentioned like I wonder who you're gonna go for. But that's funny because I feel like Ambrose would be the guy to go for like Natsuki. I could totally see him going for like a tsundere, like mad girl, because they both have like that energy of being like really pouty all the time.
Ambrose is also from the like 1400s, so he's just being placed into a Japanese school.
Ambrose accidentally gets put in the wrong teleportation circle.
Everyone enthusiastically agrees. Considering how little I've read these past few years, I don't really have a good way of answering that. Manga.
Manga. Ambrose reads the mango.
Crisp turned off again. Thanks, Crisp. Manga. I muttered quietly to myself, half joking. Well, that can change. What am I saying? I don't want to read. I spoke without thinking after seeing Yuri's sad smile. Anyways, what about you, Yuri?
Have you heard of this game? It's called Dungeons and Dragons. It's really good. You should pick it up.
Okay. My goal is to transform the Literature Club into a D&D game.
That would be so funny for like a spin-off of just all the Dokis playing D&D.
I wonder how hard it would be to mod the game.
That's a good question.
I bet there are mods for it. Whatever. Yuri goes on, clearly passionate about her reading. Oh wait, this is Ambrose. I read a horror book once. I read.
I wonder what kind of horror book Ambrose read. Probably like the Darthagian, like cultist book.
He read the Book of Worms.
No, that's right. I guess that is kind of a horror book.
I desperately grasp something I can relate to at the minimal level. At this rate, you might as well have a conversation with a rock. She just grown. I think she just got bigger.
Yeah, like usually in visual novels when there's multiple like characters on the screen, as another way to like emphasize who's talking, they content scale whoever's talking to be like on the forefront of the screen. Which is why Yuri looks like she's like physically in front of like Monica.
Okay.
Because I remember watching like the dev of the game, like Dan Salvato, like go over like all of his like thoughts and stuff with that game, and I remember that being the reason why, which is actually like really nice. Me too, Natsuki.
She looks like. Have you ever bought like that piece of like the like yellow and blue bubblegum candy?
Oh yeah, the double bubble.
Yeah, her head looks like the bubblegum.
Double bubble Natsuki. I can never understand what the like little ribbon in her little swoosh in front of her face is for. It does nothing. It's just there for aesthetics.
Yeah, how many parts does she have?
Too many. Too many.
You can't even see my mouse, right?
No, I can't.
No, I'm pointing, it's very sad. Natsuki, you write your own poems? I think that's impressive.
Ambrose gets into poetry.
Will you be my wife?
That's going straight into quotes.
I think your poems are impressive. Will you be my wife? Why don't you share them sometime? Ah, not very confident writer yet. Period. I guess it's the same for Yuri. I have an idea. Let's all go home.
Great first day. Let's all go home.
Let's all go home and write a poem of our own.
Yay, you get to write a poem, Ambrose.
I do?
Yes, you get to write a poem.
Oh, that's amazing.
You get to share it with everyone.
Hold on, there's still one problem. I never said I would join this club. Goodbye, Ambrose runs out of the room.
Stealing Natsuki's cupcakes on the way.
Sayori may have convinced me to stop by, but I never made any decision. I still have other clubs to look at, and I lost my train of thought. You all... How am I supposed to make a clear-headed decision when it's
That's
like
a very
this?
Ambrose. That's a very Ambrose thing to say as well.
That is, if writing poems is the price I need to pay in order to spend every day with these beautiful girls. Right. Okay, I've decided then. I'll join the literature club. Ah, thanks, I guess. I have a question. Is like this game directed at men?
No.
You can
No, it's
play as-
directed. Like, what do you mean?
Like, could you play like a female character?
No, you can only play as the male character. But it's like meant for everyone. That's
Right.
that's the point. Also, it's not meant for children.
I read the disclaimer.
Yes.
Yeah. Dot.
I'm excited to see how you express yourself too.
I really impressed the class star Monica with my mediocre writing skills. I already feel the anxiety welling up inside me.
Just looking at this room makes me ache. Because if you know, you know. My eyes are just glued.
Sure, might as well. I've always been neat, so I've always gone home early, and I can't walk home with Sayori.
This is just, oh my god, there's so many good quotes. I've always been neat. Is it time for one of the best, like, songs in this game? That's very catchy and definitely won't get stuck in your head. Yay! It's time for you to write a poem! Just pick any word that you think looks cool, or that you would write about, and the chibis of the girls in the bottom left will jump up to indicate that that's something that they like. Once you like finish your poem of 20 words, whatever character has like words you match the most with is who you get to like spend your day with.
Shopping. What would Ambrose say?
Like, honestly, it's a funny meme that you're playing as Ambrose, but I would honestly like to see like how you yourself would play it. Who knows? Maybe Ambrose and you have the same words. Who knows?
I don't think so. Have to pick one. Can I unpick it?
No, once you pick a word, it automatically moves on. So if you want to save right now, if you like mess up, then you can. And just pick the empty slot too, because there's an auto-save slot. So that, like, any of the empty slots. Yep. And then you can just return.
Ambrose would write about something noble. He would try to copy something he read when he was like... Fireflies?
Also, Crisp is off again. So yeah, like your first word was fireflies and Sayori's little chibi jump, because that was a word that she likes. It's just like the general format.
My mom was putting my niece to bed. Came into my room. Just there was a book. I think she grabbed The Twits, which is a very nice book. Have you ever read that book?
No.
It's by Roald Dahl, I think. What did I say already? I said fireflies?
You picked fireflies and Sayori jumped.
Am I actually, like, writing out a, like, poem? Like, are these in sequential order? Or...
No, it doesn't matter. It's just, you're just picking words.
Oh.
I wish you could actually, like, straight up write a poem. That would be cool. But it's just funny picking 20 words that you like, I guess. I mean, there's even an achievement for speedrunning, like just spam clicking to finish a poem in under 20 seconds.
Fireflies. Something about fireflies. Ambrose is definitely about the romance.
Another Sayori word. Every time I look at the word judgment, I just think it's wrong because I expect an E after the G. It just hurts my brain to look at the word judgment.
Judgment. That's
judgment.
how I spell it. All the time.
With the E?
Yeah.
I know, me too. It always says it's wrong. Like, it looks so weird without the E. Like, I can't believe that's actually how it's spelled.
Fireflies. Oh, what did I say?
You picked Fireflies Romance.
There's a bunch of like words on here, I'd say.
Yeah, sadly, history is only for like daytime events. I remember what your words are though. You were Fireflies, Romance, and the one you just picked was oh god. Oh no, I can't remember what you literally just
Me
picked.
neither.
Uh-oh.
I think it was
All
art.
yeah, okay. All I remember is that all 4 of your words so far have been Sayori words. That's all I know.
What did I pick? It was fire. I'm writing it in our DMs, so I don't forget.
Okay, so it's Fireflies, followed by Romance, followed by Art, and
the
now you're
fourth
picking,
one.
and you're picking word 4.
Bouncy. Dazzle.
Oh, hey, it's the name of the game.
Inferno. What does that even mean?
Doki Doki is like a Japanese like word or phrase that refers to the sound of a heartbeat.
Oh.
Usually talking about love, because like, you know, this like the old adage is like when you see someone that you like or whatever, your heart beats fast, like ba-dum, 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 like
Destiny.
funny like old cartoons, you know, like that. Oh, first Yuri word, Destiny.
She's sad.
I don't know. Maybe we should find out.
Entropy. Oops. I don't know what I clicked.
I don't know either. It was a Natsuki word, whatever it was. Entropy was a Yuri word as well.
So, did I pick entropy, do you think?
No, that's definitely not a Natsuki word.
We'll see later.
All of Yuri's words are like the big, like long, like smart person words.
Unrequited.
Unrequited is, yeah.
Or...
You know, I think you actually picked Doki Doki.
Oh.
Thinking about it now, you may have actually picked Doki Doki.
Lol. Extreme. Disarray. Captive.
Man, one of these words is not like the other.
Jump for joy.
Fester. Cry. Suicide. I couldn't actually see what word you picked
I
there.
picked flee.
Okay. Massacre. I forgot massacre is a word in this. Man, you could really
Shame.
you could really learn a lot about these characters based on the words you pick.
Memories. Wrath. What does kawaii mean? I've heard it a lot.
That is the Japanese word for cute.
Oh.
It's very cringy when American people say it because they say it wrong. And by wrong, I mean they act all cutesy with it. It's like really cringy and weird instead of just saying the word like a normal human being.
Email.
Also, email, boop. Yeah, email is like the weirdest word on this list. It's also like, yeah. Did you pick email?
I picked melody.
Okay, because like each character has one word that only they have, and that's email. Who do you think's email? Who do you think's word would be email?
It's the really weird girl. Sayori.
The one on the far left?
Yeah.
That's Sayori.
Yeah. Or
No,
maybe
it's a
bubblegum.
It's a Natsuki word.
Suki.
It's so weird. Also, calling Sayori weird, kind of mean.
After
I'm
image.
just.
Poof. Color
Poof.
rain cloud crimson uncontrollable. Chocolate alone. In cloud.
Sayori jumped, feels bad. Depression. I love that there's all these like nice words and there's like some really hard topics coming in here. The poems are also supposed to help you like get to know some of the characters as well.
I'm trying to write like a story about like a grand adventure.
Yeah.
So that's why I like Firefly's romance. Heart Dazzle Destiny.
I actually love that you're doing that. Like Ambrose is actually using these like in school they would teach like word bubbling and stuff like for like brainstorming ideas and you just write out a big like thing of ideas and put them all together. It's like he's doing that with like concepts.
Yeah. I'll send you the like list of words, or I'll read them to you. The plains of Nome.
Which is directly across from Poln. There once was a man from Nome who was originally from Poln.
Got on a horse and beat the course.
He woke with a fright in the middle of the night to see that his dream had come true. Ambrose should definitely pick the word that says anime. This is a weird one.
Analysis.
Like, yeah, I could see that being a Ambrose word. There's a lot of good ones on this page. I should also mention that it's random every time. Like, the words are in different places and different words every single time. So, like, no playthrough of this is going to be the same. Yeah, this is a good list of words for Ambrose. Yeah, misfortune, disaster, atone, scars, and fear. That's a lot of good words for Ambrose right there.
Scars. In medical terminology, analysis in like Latin means to like break down and destroy.
Okay.
So like when you like break down and destroy, it's like you're taking something apart to like look at it. So that's what analysis is. Yeah, so my words were fireflies, romance, heart, dazzle, destiny, doki doki, extreme, disarray, captain, flee, shame, memories, wrath, determination, melody, after image, rain cloud, analysis, scars, hope.
That's a very Ambrose poem right there. That's awesome.
Yeah.
Do you plan to do that for all of the mini games like that?
Yeah, I'll write them all down just so
That's cool.
because I might just throw that in my D&D notes and then like it'll give me inspiration for like an actual campaign or something.
Wow. Okay, that's super cool. I'm glad I was here for that. It's day 2 now. Let's go.
Nah, don't worry. Nah, don't worry. This might be a little strange for me, but I at least keep my word. Alright, I'm back at the Literature Club. I was the last to come in, so everyone else is already hanging out. I always don't think she has arms.
I mean, it is very misleading on first glance because you're like more attracted to like how like she's like looking at you. So I can see why. Well, looking between her and the bubble, you just don't see her arms behind her back.
Am I supposed to be paying attention to her face?
I mean, sometimes the expressions are like helpful to like. I always like look at facial expressions before I read something if they're available, because then you know what tone to read it in. That may just be me, and I may just be weird, but
It makes sense.
I guess it's because I'm so like introverted and like I like to stay out of like conversations or especially arguments. So I guess that's why I like pay so much close attention to like facial expressions so I can know when to just back out and leave.
Yeah. You're really calling me out.
Understandable. I mean, really, when you think about it, a club is just extra like schoolwork.
Yeah. Oh, I didn't read it.
Oh wow, RTC connecting moment.
Hello.
Yeah, RTC connecting moment. Thank you, Discord.
Sayori, that's because your room is so messy, it's distracting. And you almost set your house on fire once. Is that so?
I love Sayori, she's so great.
That facial structure. I don't know why, but that really disturbs me.
What?
Look at her, like, nose.
Who, Yuri's? Yeah.
Sayori.
Lipsies.
As usual, Sayori seems oblivious to the weird situation she just put me into. B. What is it? Don't worry about it. First of all, I wasn't expecting anything in the first place. So any nice gesture from you is a pleasant surprise. It'll make me happy no matter what. Yeah, I won't make it a big deal if you don't want it to be. Why is this so weird?
Yuri is a very weird woman.
She's giving me a book.
She is like the fan favorite. A lot of people like Yuri.
Yuri, thank you. I'll definitely read this. I'm not
Ambrose
reading it.
chucks it out the window. Man.
I have a book. Oh. I could write this visual novel. I'm so smart. I predict the entire plot.
Well, that's like the theme, is it tries to like, this is like a first time like visual novel game. Like ease people in.
Oh.
It's like the feel for this section.
But I'm feeling a little too tired to read. I could probably fall asleep right now.
True. Food.
Mood. That's Monica, right? One
On the right, yes. These are my two favorite characters, is Monica and Sayori. They're great. You know, it really do be like that.
Yeah. I think Ambrose would agree.
Not really cupcakes, but like, there's just those moments you're just like, I don't really feel creative or like doing anything. I'm gonna eat some chips. And then it's just like, okay, I'm ready to do it now. But for me, that's like drinking Dr. Pepper. That is like my comfort, like food / drink is like Dr. Pepper.
Yeah.
What would you say yours is? Or do you even have one?
Honey is pretty good. It's
Mhm.
like on some food or something.
Mm-hmm.
Or you drink it with tea or something. What is Ambrose comfort food?
Ooh, that's a good question. Like he's a spoiled rich kid. So like, what's like a medieval like delicacy that he could like love to eat?
Like meat and
Some really good mutton.
would be really expensive in like medieval times, like some sort of pie or something.
Really? Were pies like expensive back then? I mean, I guess
Like
it took a
fruit
lot to
pie.
make it. Yeah.
Like nowadays, like fruit is gigantic compared to what it used to be.
Mhm.
Just like making an actual like, I don't know, maybe like a raspberry tart or something. I find myself smiling, but I don't want to. Oh, does our school have a dapping club? Don't say that so loud.
Wow. I love that I'm in the middle of saying, yeah, my internet's bad right now. I hope I don't get RTC Connect. I just get DC'd. Like, oh, cool, thanks.
I know. You're always looking out for me, Sayori. That's a problem. That's very Ambrose.
Apparently it's swan and peacock meat.
What?
Yeah.
What is what?
That in like the most expensive food of the medieval era.
Oh.
Apparently fish was up to 16 times as costly.
I bet.
As
It was really hard to
bread.
catch fish back then. Like large amounts
Yeah.
of fish.
So maybe because Ambrose is near a port, so maybe fish would be like a thing for him. Anyways.
I've been thinking like, I don't know if like anyone's told you, but like lobster used to be like poor people food.
Really?
Yeah, like
Lobster has always been a food I've wanted to try because my favorite food is shrimp. I love seafood, and I've always like wanted to try more, but I've never tried crab or lobster, and I've always wanted to try those.
hmm.
Have you had any?
I have had lobster a few times, like 3, 4 maybe,
Mm-hmm.
and it's like good when you're eating it, but it's disgusting. Like to cook.
Like thinking about?
No, to like cook and like the shells and everything you throw away.
Yeah.
And it is basically just a big sea spider with claws. It's a big sea scorpion spider thing. Because it's arachnid, it has 8 legs. It's a big bug. Anyways. What about
I'll take
you?
things I'd take things I'd rather not think about for 300.
You look out for me better than you look out for yourself. You're still oversleeping every day, aren't you? That's not very convincing. How many days this past week have you gotten up on time? I knew it. I can't even do that. Look, Sayori, it's written all over you. We're clearly in a rush this morning. Look, your hair is sticking out all around here. Man,
Brush
you
with the
really need a
smooth
brush
moves.
for this.
Such like Lambdus's comb.
I can't believe I sold that. I won't fall for that. There's more than just your hair. Look, your bow isn't even straight either. And there's also a toothpaste stain on your collar, right here. Of course they would. Nobody's going to tell you about it. They don't want to embarrass you. Fortunately, I really don't care about that.
That is a very Ambrose thing.
And you don't even keep your blazer buttoned up. Seriously, Sayori. Why do you think you don't have a boyfriend yet? Sorry, but you'll thank me later. Once you see how much better it looks, you'll change your mind.
CG time? CG time.
Why am
This
I
is like-
doing this?
This is like the most embarrassing like thing that the creator ever made for this game. Which is like understandable. This is a caption, this is so funny.
Running through. She took my dad's phone. Like running around. What is? Eh?
It is a little weird.
Don't say that. I'm in one of my Japanese animes.
You know, I don't know if you heard me because of like your niece coming in or not, but like this CG is like the creator's like most embarrassing thing about the game. Because like at a panel when the game came out, he had like little postcards with these like CGs on it, and
What
like
is a
that
CG?
like a character graphic, I think is what it stands for. I know
Oh,
they're
okay.
just called CG. It's just basically like special like pictures like this one. There's like a lot of them in the game.
This is
You
most
get 'em for-
embarrassing.
Yeah, he like doesn't like this one. It was the one that got the least amount of people to pick it up. Because you get this scene, by the way, for writing a poem that Sayori likes the most. Like that's how the progression works per day.
Make me feel weird about it, stupid. Ah, I guess. Why is this one so hard to close? Does this thing even fit you properly? Sigh. If you ever buttoned it, you would have noticed sooner that it doesn't fit you anymore. What are you smiling about? Okay. Ambrose is shocked and aghast. Don't say that out loud. Anyway, you look much better now, so... Ah. What kind of logic is that? And why are you saying that like it's a good thing? Stop saying all these embarrassing things. Jeez.
Jeez.
Anyways, just focus on trying to wake up a little earlier. Fine.
Yikes.
Fine.
Ambrose doesn't sleep well at night.
It's a deal. Oh. You're doing it again, Sayori. Man, it's impossible to tell with you sometimes.
And Monica slide to the left. Slide to the right. Oh, we get to share poems now. This is always fun.
Yeah, same. Yeah.
Yay, okay. So you get to pick any person that you like. You have to show your poem to all of them, but you get to pick who you want to like. Who do you want to share your poem with?
Ambrose knows Sayori the most.
Understandable.
Eh?
Just hearing Ambrose saying all these like moe like
That
Japanese.
is so kawaii.
Oh, stop.
This
That's-
makes me very Doki Doki.
I'm putting that in quotes. Just the phrase that we have in recording, Ambrose saying, "This is so kawaii. It makes me go doki doki."
Sayori, you must be seriously overreacting. I'm not a good writer at all. I honestly have no idea what I'm doing.
Fireflies, romance, art, destiny.
The Dark Lord. Jeez. That's not Amber. Jeez.
Just do the Rick and Morty like Morty. Jeez.
Are you sure you don't like it? Oh. I was holding right click.
Do
Oh.
that again.
Thank you, Zogmar.
If I press right click, it disappears.
Mm-hmm. That way you can see CGs and stuff like that better.
Are you sure you don't like it just because I wrote it? It's an Ambrose poem. You're so weird, Sayori.
Okay, so CG stands for computer graphic.
Oh.
So yeah, it's just like a special picture that's different from like this style.
Well, of course. I'm not really into it yet, but that doesn't mean I'll break my promise.
Aww, thank you, Sayori. Sayori already has understood Ambrose more than half the coalition has.
Give him some cheese. Sorry, Ashley is here and she's eating a cheese stick behind me, and the cat is coming up because he wants some. Eat some cheese. Sorry, I'm just feeding my cat cheese.
That's fine.
Oh, can I have cheese?
What?
Yeah.
Get your own cheese.
So rude. Thanks, Sayori. Alright, I'm going to hold you to that then.
Also, I love this design detail is that before you read the poem, like the music in the background changes and each character has their own like little instruments as you read their poem. It's like really nice.
Yeah.
I'm interested to see what you think of these poems. Sayori's are definitely my favorite. And you can scroll down as well.
That's a good poem.
I'm not mad. I want breakfast.
Sayori, this is just a guess, but did you wait until this morning to write this? You can't answer just a little bit to a yes or no question. But at least that makes me feel a little better about myself. Ah, yeah. I didn't mean to say it was a bad poem.
There's no more cheese. It's
Only give him a little cheese. Otherwise he gets a little sick. It came out nice, or how should I put it? It sounds just like you. Yeah. Especially that last line. Even though you were late for school. Well, I guess there's no point in arguing. Anyways, thanks for showing me. Ah, yeah. Well, I guess I'll look forward to it.
I'll be honest, like, I also skip breakfast a lot. It's just wake up too late. It's like, it's not even worth it.
I know a lot of people don't eat breakfast. Like, Brian.
But don't, like, isn't this saying that's, like, the most important meal of the day? Because it, like, gets your energy going?
there have been like some studies that like breakfast, like eating breakfast, for some people isn't the best. It's really like just dependent on who you are.
I mean, I usually just don't even bother and I'm fine, so I mean, I guess there's that.
Yeah.
It's weird.
Do you like eating breakfast?
No, not really, because like most days I wake up at like 5 in the morning.
Yeah.
Like I know before I started work, like I was eating at like a regular breakfast time, like 9, it was like 8 in the morning. It was like normal, but then when I feel like as you wake up earlier, you like don't have that like want to eat or whatever.
Yeah.
I don't know.
I
Do you
definitely
eat
like
breakfast?
I definitely like a breakfast, but nothing like massive. If I'm like gonna be working that day, it's like, cause I really do like the full like bacon, eggs, and toast and everything.
Yeah, that's nice and all. It's just like
It's just
I
a
just
lot
don't like.
when you're like
Yeah.
starting the day.
I mean, like our family at least does. Sometimes we do breakfast for like dinner. I don't know. That's weird.
I'm gonna
But-
talk to Monica next, cause she was weird, and she was pretty like mean.
Well, you've defined both of their personality traits to a T there.
Ah, yes. Alright, I'll keep that in mind. Yeah, that's true. Is that so? Ah, well. We may be good friends, but Sayori and I are actually really different. Sure you're not reading into it too much. Yeah, that's totally unexpected. It could take a while before I feel comfortable doing this. Aha. Ha. Ahaha.
You know, I agree with that because, like, especially with D&D, like writing for campaigns and stuff, figuring out like the best way to write to like make it good is like kind of difficult. I don't know why I keep on saying like I'm a redditor or something, but like here I go doing it again. When writing, like I don't know, I just try to like impress people by making it like really cool and like in depth with meaning. And sometimes I forget that when you write, it's like to be for fun, to like express. So it's weird. Sometimes you just think, I gotta make sure this is good so when people read it, they'll think it was cool. When really it's just like, I like this, therefore I put it on paper. Do you like to write?
I do, but I always lose my writing. Because I put it in journals, and then I like stop like, the way I work, I'll work for like 5 hours on one thing, and then won't touch it again for 2 weeks. And then, like, when I get it back, like, the way I worked on my sessions, at first, I was, like, really, like, preparing ahead. Like, and I had to, because it was, like, the first, like, world.
Yeah, that's true. You were the stepping stone for everyone else.
So I needed to, like, make an actual, like, world and cities and map and whatnot. So I read a lot of books and stuff that I had liked previously. And I kind of skimmed through some of them for, like, some extra details, just to kind of flush it out, because I'm not the best with that.
Yeah. And another thing that you mentioned is, like, you write something and then you don't touch it for a while, then you come back to it. Like, teachers in school always told us that when working on a long assignment, don't wait till, like, the last second to do it. And most of them are like, yeah, don't procrastinate, but, like, that English teacher from before that was, like, really, like, cool was like, yeah, don't wait to the last minute, but start writing now, because when you write in the moment, you get excited and you want to make sure it's, like, perfect first go around, but really, you don't really read over what you write until, like, the second time, like, a couple of days later, when you, like, you notice more, like, mistakes with your writing, because you've had time to, like, forget about it a little bit and then read it again. Like, the common, like, putting two of these, like,
Right.
Like, you catch more stuff like that. I don't know, it's weird.
How I write is, I would wait, like, if I was given, like, 2 weeks to give an assignment, I'd do it in the last 3 days.
For me, I do it the last day.
Yeah.
I will admit that I am that guy. That's how I got through school and college. Just in general, just wait till last day, just turn it out. Just like, okay, here we go.
But what I did is, like, I'll write a paragraph, and then if I don't like it, I'll just go, like, a couple lines down and, like, rewrite it.
Yeah.
And I don't delete anything. So when I'm
You
done,
just, like,
I just have,
compare
like,
the two?
I have, like, 5 pages of stuff, and I just copy and paste what I want, and then go through it, like, 1 final or 2 final times, and, like, fix all the errors.
That's actually really interesting. I don't know of anyone else that's done that. That's actually, like, really smart, because then you don't have to, like, second guess, well, what did I say earlier, because then you still have it written down.
Yeah.
That's cool.
Like, you know...
Like, I know this is, like, supposed to be, like, gameplay or whatever, but it's actually, like, really nice to get, like, insight, like, commentary stuff as well.
Yeah.
Which I'm sure this is what it's for. Like, this is what it's supposed to be about, because, you know, it's, like, visual novel, just non-D&D related, just hanging out, playing games. But, like, yeah, this is, like, super interesting, especially since we've been mentioning, like, D&D stuff, too. Like, the writing process. That's really cool.
And I used to, like, try to get it perfect first time through, so I'd, like, write something, like I'd write, like, a sentence and then go back and, like, change a couple words and make it sound different, and then write the next sentence and, like, keep, like, I'd write, like, a new sentence and then review everything I read and edit as I needed.
I do that. I do that too, but, like, full paragraphs. I'm like, does this make sense? No? Okay, erase it all, start again.
Yeah, but I just don't delete anything, because I know everything that I'm, like, that's in my mind is in a jumble that I'm just writing down. I can just copy and paste later. It's all, like...
Yeah, it's kind of like putting the pieces together.
Yeah.
Just a little at a time.
I forget what was happening in the game.
That's why we have history, funny. Monica's talking about don't force yourself to write the way that anyone else wants you to. Like, create what you want to create, creative expression, stuff like that.
You sound pretty confident for someone who claims to be not very good. I see. Well, let's read it then. freeform, if that's what you call it.
It's really like philosophical type stuff there.
Sorry, I'm not really the right person to ask for feedback. What was the inspiration behind this one? An epiphany?
Oh, Monica's writing tip of the day.
Hey, I just said that.
Yeah, actually, you did. You just did.
I am predicting the entire story.
Buff Suki will then bust down down the door.
Buff Suki goes Hulk mode.
Versus Sayori Goon.
Say, Monica, do you know anything about the Darthag cult in the region?
Okay, now then you get your choice between Yuri and Natsuki.
Weird or aggressive? Alright, at this point, I don't really care. One of them would come to me. Who would come to Ambrose?
Natsuki. Actually, no, Yuri. It would definitely be Yuri, because Yuri's like very intentive type deal.
Speak! It's fine, don't force yourself. Yes. Yeah. Why do you ask? Ah, so it's that bad. Ah, so it's that bad. She got spider fingers. It's fine, I really didn't notice. What were you saying?
Rude.
Biased? How? It's fine. You mind if I read your poem now?
the phrase "I bathe."
Mhm. I flickin'
Flicker. The
back.
light flickers. I flicker back. It's so dumb.
I am really bad at like understanding poems.
Mhm.
Like symbolism is very hard for me.
Me too. I guess that's why I like Sayori's poems the most. Because like the one deep meaning that I actually like straight up understand completely. And of course, I've even like watched the creator talk about all the poems, like their meanings and stuff. And even after, I'm like, wow, I never would have got that. Then Yuri's like smart talk makes my brain hurt. Can't understand it.
What? Kawaii? That was
What Hashimo-wa? Moshi Moshi.
Ode Gaishibas. I wasn't thinking that at all. Well, I just don't read script very often. Ambrose goes off script. I actually think your handwriting is pretty.
I always have a hard time reading cursive.
Also, I liked the poem. Even though it's short, it was really descriptive. Not at all. Are you into ghosts, Yuri?
Who just asked a question like that? We were talking about literature.
Really? I must have totally missed the point. That's a lot more solemn, putting it that way. I haven't even thought of that. That's impressive. Yeah, maybe you're right. I guess I'll have to keep trying. Skip. What happens if you press the skip button?
Nothing happens on this screen. You have to talk to everyone. GIF just like speeds up all the like text. In case you've already seen it before. Notice that your skip bar is now like grayed out. It's because you haven't heard this dialogue before, but if you play through it, it'll be like where you can skip through it.
That's a little blunt. So basically, it's not cute enough for your taste. I'll pass.
I love Natsumi's poem theme. Also, I love this poem so much. I love this one so much. People can try. That's just about it.
I like it. I am. Why are you so convinced that I wouldn't like it? isn't the point of poems for people to express themselves? Your writing style wouldn't make your messages any less valid. Yeah, I understand. So you did. I guess more went into it than I had realized.
Pro writers Natsuki. Like gamer Natsuki.
All this stuff in her hair. I bet that's really hard to get out.
What, like the ribbons?
Yeah.
Yeah, probably.
Yeah.
It makes for a nice aesthetic, though.
Yeah, it does. Guess not. Phew. I guess that's everyone. My glad you're at the room.
I mean, I don't want to be that guy, but everyone else wrote actual poems, and then we're over here like fireflies, romance, heart, dazzle, destiny, extreme, disarray. Just random words strung together. Everyone else is like, they're like trying to make you feel good. I like it. It's really good. This is a poem Sayori would like. Yikes. Excuse me.
What's with the mouth harp? This is very jarring.
Is that what that is?
Yeah, I think so.
Yeah, okay, yeah, that is. I thought you were mentioning like the I don't know what that is, but oh god, there's so much I want to say. I'm just interested to see you play through this. What do you think of it so far?
It's very interesting. I've just heard horrible, like things about it. Or not like horrible, but like it's very different.
Understandable. My man going hard on the bongos. says right in front of her. Here you get your little choice here.
Ambrose decided to go with Yuri because
You picked
this-
Natsuki though.
I did.
Yeah, you picked Natsuki.
Oh.
Just like the dejected 5 seconds of silence.
That's sad.
No, it's fine. It's fine.
I think
It's
I
like-
picked Yuri.
No, because go to history. You can say because I know like the first lines of, yeah, right. Go down a little bit, or actually go up a little bit. Let's see. It's not like I know anything about writing, but whoever I agree with, they'll probably think more highly of me. So of course that's going to
Oh.
be Natsuki.
Damn it.
You ever just get threatened when someone calls something that you do cute?
Sayori, she doesn't need to.
Yikes, Natsuki.
Everything alright. It was a neat thing to talk about with everyone.
What a wonderful world. The blank text box says, I think to myself, what else are you supposed to put there than, what a wonderful world? Other than the meme version of Shorty Got Low.
Sayori, about what happened earlier. You know, between Yuri and Natsuki. Does that thing happen often? No, I don't hate them. I just wanted your opinion, that's all. I can see why they'd make good friends with you. We'll just have to see what the future holds, Sayori.
Yeah, we just get used as an internal monologue.
All the time.
Yay, poem time.
Oh, I gotta make another poem?
Uh-huh.
I think I'm done for tonight.
Understandable. Okay, now, the thing is I don't know if it happens, like, as soon as you start up a new file. Can you go to your, like, your settings or history and try and exit Doki Doki Literature Club? Okay, so there is a main menu option. Because this scared me when I got, new game. Okay, so do exit DDLC. I need to know if it happens. Yes, okay, that gets me. Welcome to your desktop. This is your desktop now. Go ahead and log in. Don't you just love it? That scared me the first time. It said that this is my desktop now. I'm like, what? So yeah, now you have all this stuff. You have your side stories, your like the main game files, mail, any pictures, which are just like the CGs you got. You can listen to all the music that you found, stuff like that. So there's that. And now every time you open Doki Doki Literature Club Plus, you will come to like this. You'll come to like your desktop, and you have to like specifically pick DDLC at the top. If you scroll down in your pictures, you can see where you did like, since you wrote a poem specifically for Sayori, you should have her CG if you go all the way down. Yeah, and you can also set any image that you have here as your like your desktop background. Set as wallpaper. All right, so that's yeah, I guess that's this episode of you know, Ambrose watching or playing DDLC.
Ambrose plays Doki Doki Literature Club.